Imagine living in a house where everyone knows your name, while upstairs, behind a locked door, you are slowly disappearing. In 1901, police in Poitiers, France, received an anonymous letter describing something almost impossible to believe. A woman had allegedly been imprisoned inside her own family home for nearly 25 years. Her name was Blanche Monnier. When police arrived at the Monnier residence on May 23, 1901, they were expecting to investigate a disturbing accusation. They had no idea what they were about to find. The house belonged to a respectable family. From the outside, there was nothing that immediately suggested a crime. No screams, no obvious signs of violence, just an ordinary home in a quiet French neighborhood. But as officers searched the upper floor, they noticed something strange. A terrible smell was coming from behind a closed door. They opened it. The room was almost completely dark, and inside was a woman. She was lying on a filthy mattress, severely malnourished and barely recognizable. She had spent years in darkness, surrounded by dirt and waste, with almost no contact with the outside world. The woman was 52 years old. Her name was Blanche Monnier. But 25 years earlier, Blanche had been a completely different person. She had grown up in a respected family in Poitiers. She was described as attractive, intelligent, and socially active. Then Blanche fell in love. The man she wanted to marry was a lawyer, but her family strongly disapproved of him. They considered him unsuitable, partly because of his social and political background. Blanche refused to give up the relationship, and that decision would change the rest of her life. At some point in the 1870s, Blanche disappeared from public life. Her family gave people an explanation. They suggested that she had gone away. Some believed she had left France. Others simply assumed that she had chosen to live privately. But Blanche had not gone anywhere. She was still inside the family home, behind a locked door. Year after year passed. The man she had once hoped to marry eventually died. But Blanche remained imprisoned. The outside world continued moving forward, while her world became smaller and darker. Seasons changed. Years became decades. People who had once known Blanche eventually stopped asking about her. And inside that house, she continued to exist in conditions that no human being should have endured. Then, in 1901, an anonymous letter reached the authorities. Someone had finally decided that the secret could not remain hidden. The police came to the house. When they discovered Blanche, the condition of the room shocked them. She was severely weakened and weighed only around 25 kilograms, according to contemporary accounts. Her body had deteriorated after decades of confinement and neglect. For the first time in approximately 25 years, sunlight reached her. Blanche was rescued and taken away for medical care. Her mother, Louise Monnier, was arrested. Her brother, Marcel, was also investigated and later prosecuted over his role in what had happened. But the case became more complicated in court than the public initially expected. Blanche's mother died shortly after her arrest, before she could face a full trial. Her brother was eventually acquitted on appeal. And Blanche? Freedom did not simply erase 25 years of suffering. She had spent most of her adult life inside a dark room, isolated from normal society. She was later placed in a psychiatric institution, where she lived for the remaining years of her life. She died in 1913. She had survived the prison, but she could never get those lost years back. The most disturbing part of Blanche Monnier's story isn't only that one woman was locked away for decades, It's that the secret existed in a normal neighborhood, inside a respectable home, while the world outside continued as if nothing was wrong. For 25 years, Blanche was not missing. She was hidden. And sometimes, the darkest prisons are not built with walls and chains. Sometimes, they are built with silence, fear, reputation, and the decision of everyone around you to look away.